Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome, thank you for being here. If you are new, I am Alicia Cross with Alicia Cross Training, and I am a wellness coach, a personal trainer, a yoga instructor, and I've been doing this for over 18 years. Health and fitness is not my side hustle. I do this 24/7. I eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff. And I'm here to show you that you are not stuck. You can make changes in your life. And the foundation for any change you want to make, any goal you want to go after, is health. And we change our health by making good habits that we can sustain. Can't get my camera on straight here. It's not cooperating. It's gonna fall. Okay. So I do that by merging the sciences of exercise and nutrition with the ancient philosophies of yoga and Ayurveda to help you make those changes and to build that foundation so you can reach all of your goals and get whatever it is you want to get out of life. So, speaking of sticking to your goals, I know a lot of you struggle with consistency, especially staying consistent with your exercise routine. So today I'm going to give you my 4 tips about how you can make the habit of exercise stick. So if you're here with me, say hi, give me a wave so I know that you're here. And if you are watching live or you're watching the replay later, just post a question or a comment anytime and I will absolutely respond. I would love to chat with you more about all of this. So make sure that you like my Facebook page, Alicia Cross Training, so that you always get notifications when I am going live and you see all of my great posts, motivation, inspiration, recipes, all of the good stuff. Okay, so how do we make this exercise habit stick? So I got 4 things for you. So the first one is to set yourself up for success. And a big way to do that is with commitment tools. So we hear a lot about an accountability buddy. And accountability is huge, especially if you need outer accountability. I talk a lot about Gretchen Rubin's framework, the 4 tendencies, and one of those tendencies does need outer accountability, so that's the obliger. You'll do things when other people are counting on you. If that is you, and that is a large majority of the population, you know, we're showing up for our bosses, our clients, our kids, our partner, but we have a really hard time showing up for ourselves. So if that's you, you've got to set yourself up with these tools to keep you accountable, to get that outer accountability. So we hear a lot about accountability buddies. Now, we have to be really careful when we are choosing how or who is going to keep us accountable. So if it's your friend that you are counting on, can you count on your friend to keep you accountable? So you need to take that into consideration. Also, if somebody is too close to us, they can't be our accountability buddy. So partners make terrible accountability buddies because they're too close. I had this experience when I was studying for my Ayurveda Wellness Coaching Certificate, which I passed this week, passed that exam. And my boyfriend Robert was helping to keep me accountable, and so we came up with this strategy of putting money in a jar. And we got to the end of the first week, and he said, oh, you know, if you don't want to put money in, you don't have to. And he was trying to be sweet, but that really wasn't helpful for keeping me accountable. So you have to be careful when you're picking your accountability buddies if they're too close to you. Also, Gretchen Rubin talks about this, that accountability is best when you hire it out. So you got to have that coach or that trainer that you're paying them to keep you accountable, and money, just like I use putting money in a jar. That is a really good strategy for a lot of us to stay accountable, to maintain our commitment. And this is why it's really important to like prepay for classes, prepay for sessions. That's why I have all my clients pay at the beginning of the month if they're doing privates. When we do our semi-privates, they pay for that series at the beginning because that is a commitment tool. That is how I'm helping to keep them on track and keep them showing up. And it's, you know, it is a way that I protect my time, but it's also, it's a commitment tool to help you to get there as you said that you would. So if you paid for it, if you'd scheduled it, if I'm counting on you to be there, that is a lot more likely to hold you accountable and to get you to show up. So, and then what else do you need? How else do you need help? Okay, so maybe help in hiring a trainer. Maybe you have kids and so you need to make arrangements with your kids. Your partner's going to watch them, or you're going to hire a babysitter. So whatever that thing is that's getting in the way of your success, that's what you have to deal with. So it's not, don't use it as an excuse, you know, I can't because what's the thing you need to do? Okay, I want to do this and I need to deal with this thing. I need accountability. I need somebody to watch my kids. I need, you know, whatever that thing is, that's your next step, is to get over that obstacle, get over that hurdle. So you're setting yourself up for success. And that is tip number 1, setting yourself up for success. Okay, tip number 2 is start small. So I've definitely seen this in my own experience as a trainer. People who start out like a firework, they fizzle out and they're gone. So the people who are, you know, they want to come every day, they want to come multiple times a day, you know, they give themselves these crazy goals, like I'm going to do this every single day, I'm going to work out 7 days a week, I'm going to work out 5 days a week. You know, in the back of my mind, I always used to think, okay, but of course now I'm in a role, in a more of a coaching role where I can say, you're going from 0 days to 5 days, let's make it a more realistic goal. You can always do more than you plan, but if you plan for, say, every day, and that next day comes and you didn't do anything, then kind of the whole week is shot. So you need to start small. You need to start with reasonable goals. If you're starting from 0, right, we don't jump up to 5 days or 7 days a week. Start with something more manageable. And also small in terms of intensity. So again, if you're not working out, to join a 5-day-a-week boot camp class, or to, you know, commit to doing spinning and weight training and boot camp and going for a run and, you know, doing all of these things, that's a lot of intensity. So I see the most success from my clients who also have a yoga practice. And yoga is absolutely the best way to get started. So as you're beginning, if you are brand new, if you're just starting your fitness routine, I always will tell people, come to my stretch class, come to my Tuesday night stretch class, because, you know, unless you have a genetic issue where you have hypermobility, which it's rare, but some people do, you probably need to stretch. And that's a great place to start. And it's also teaching you really good habits. So like just the habit of stretching, the habit of self-care, you're learning about breathing, body awareness, you're learning about your body, learning how to stay present mentally with whatever you're doing. So all of those skills that we're learning in that, you know, very gentle yoga stretch class, they are going to carry over to these other forms of exercise that you're doing. And it's nice because that's another day of doing something. So again, as you are working on these maintainable goals and a maintainable schedule, it's not going to be cardio 5 days a week. Okay, you're going to go for a walk, you're going to go to yoga, you're going to do some cardio, you're going to do some strength training. So it's going to be something different every day, not this high intensity workout multiple times a week. So even going to the gym to foam roll, or if you have a foam roller at home, a lot of us, we need to get out of our home and do something else. And especially if your exercise habit involves going to the gym. So if you want to stay in the habit of going to the gym, but you don't want to work out hard every single day, go to the gym and foam roll and stretch, because it's almost more important than what you're doing there. It's just the fact that you're going. You've got to maintain that habit. That's the worst thing in the world if you kind of fall off the wagon and you stop going for a few days, right? You know this. You go on vacation or you get sick. You get back from vacation. You start feeling better, but it's like the hardest thing in the world to step back into the gym for the first time. So what if you just kept that habit of going to the gym, even if it is foam rolling? Obviously, if you're really sick, you don't want to go to the gym and, you know, infect everybody. But if you're just feeling tired or you need a gentle day, you know, if your gym has classes that you can take, or, you know, if you're not sick, maybe you're going to the gym to go use the sauna, or you're going to, you know, go to the gym and take a shower there, whatever. You're still in the habit of going to the gym. So don't underestimate the importance of keeping that in your routine, because sometimes that's the hardest thing, is just walking back into the gym. There's an expression that the heaviest weight at the gym is the front door, or the hardest weight to lift is the front door. And it's true, that is a real thing. So if your habit involves the gym, then you want to keep that going, even if it is those small little things like going to stretch, going to foam roll, whatever you can do there. So that's my second tip, is start small, whether that is less frequency or less intensity, and absolutely starting with yoga. Okay, number 3. Be in it for the long game. And an important part of that is to separate exercise from weight loss. So if you are exercising to lose weight, one, you got to go back and listen to or watch all my other videos. So I talk about the best way to lose weight is one, diet. So that's it. That's where that happens. So if you are trying to exercise to lose weight, that's not going to work. So you're going to exercise and get on the scale. How many times do we see people doing this? And I know that they are not athletes checking their water loss so they can replace it. They are looking for that immediate satisfaction of losing weight, and that's not how it works. You don't lose weight in one session, and exercise is not what you do for weight loss. So separate those two things so you're not going to be disappointed. And just really embrace what the true health benefits of exercise are. So whether we're talking, strength training or yoga, there's a lot of benefits. I talked a lot about the strength training benefits for women in the last video. A lot of studies are usually on, cardio and aerobics, but exercise just in general, amazing for right in the moment. It's good for focus. If you have a test or a big meeting, you go exercise first. Really great for managing your stress. Helps you sleep at night. Of course, it's going to be fantastic for just your posture, the way your body looks and feels, your shape, your overall shape, and you're exercising. There's done some studies where people who exercise, they're more social, they're more confident. So all that stuff's going to benefit you right now in your life. And then the long-term benefits is it's going to help to prevent things like cognitive decline. It's going to help prevent fatal falls. So be in it for the long haul. Like not only what you're going to get right now, but the benefits you're going to experience 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now. So that way you're not looking for that immediate gratification of a number on the scale, and that's not how it works. It's also really important that you know what your goal is. So again, if your goal is losing weight, we need to talk about diet, but what is your goal with exercise, or even what is your big why in life? Like what is it that you want in this life? And if you want to look good, feel good, great. If you have strength training goals, amazing. What is the big contribution you want to make in life? And then tie that back to how exercise can help you with that goal. And that's going to help you commit to it for the long haul. So this is where I can definitely talk about the question I got on Instagram. So thank you for that. How do I keep myself from burning out? Again, know your why and know your goal. So if your goal is strength training, you want to build strength, you want to put those big numbers up on your squat, your deadlift, your bench, your press, whatever it is. Know that rest is important. Just like when you're doing a heavy set, if you're doing heavy intensity that day and it's 85, 90%, you're resting for a good 4 or 5 minutes between sets. If you were lifting that heavy weight and then for 5 minutes you went and ran on the treadmill, you're not going to have any energy to come back and pick that weight up again, that 90% weight, 1 or 2 times. So we know the value of resting when we're in the gym and in the middle of a set. So we have to look at our rest days the same way. So resting is not doing nothing. So rest is an important component to your routine, especially when you are building strength. So there's a saying, train hard, rest harder. So you have to know that when you're in the gym and you're doing that 90%, you're giving it all you got. Well, I need you to give your rest day all you got. And that doesn't mean that you can't go for a walk or do yoga or, do something light. But know that time that you're not lifting weights, that is also building your strength. Same thing is true if you are trying to build muscle and build size. The muscle builds not when you're in the gym. It's the repair that happens when you're at rest. So you have to do all those things that support the repair and the rebuilding of the muscle tissue. So nutrition, hydration, rest, supplements, whatever you're doing, all those things are components. Now I'm saying all that because the rest is what's going to stop you from burning out. This is going to be true also if you have any other, goal that you're working towards. If you're training for a race or you're training for a triathlon, there's going to be a program that incorporates rest days. You don't just run yourself in the ground because then you have nothing left. You taper before the event. If you're in a competition, if you're in a weightlifting or a powerlifting competition, you're going to taper before the event. So they all have, any sport is going to have a program that incorporates rest so that you don't get burned out, so that you can perform your absolute best. And if you are not, training for a race or trying to build muscle build big muscles or trying to build strength, you still have a goal, and your goal is probably some form of, you know, looking good and feeling good. So let's think about this. If you want to feel good, that is your goal in life. You want to have energy and you want to be in a good mood. Well, okay, well, stop doing two-a-days and stop pushing yourself to do all these intense boot camp classes and spinning classes and, you know, finding the hardest Zumba class. Find those exercise routines that keep you reaching your goal, which is to feel good mentally and physically. And looking good if you want to look good. You know, if you are, especially if you're over 40 and you have weight loss goals, if you are running, you are increasing your stress, your cortisol, and that can lead to more belly fat. So if you are looking at yourself, you know, like, I want to lose weight, I want to lose this belly fat, you can't, you know, drive yourself into the ground with cardio. So if you keep in mind your goal, all of those things are going to help you from burning out, because you're going to know that there is a smart way to work towards that goal, and that does not involve pounding yourself into the ground. Exercise works because of the stress response. This doesn't have anything to do with exercise, but exercise works because of our body's stress response. So you have that initial reaction of like startle and shock, and then you have that place where you adapt and overcome, and if you don't get a break, you burn out. So this is stress in life and stress in the gym. So in our exercise routine, that is why we have a program that is progressive overload, which includes, you know, deload or rest time, so we don't get into that point of burnout. So know your why, know why you're doing this and what your goals are, and know that whatever your goal is, rest is an important component, and we need to respect that. There's a saying from, I think it might be from the Covey book, The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People, or it might be from The One Thing, where he talks about doing a thing as well as it can be done. So not doing it to your best ability, but doing a thing the best it can be done. And I like to think about that when I'm doing something or reaching for a goal or trying to accomplish something. What is the best that this thing can be done? You know, if you kind of respect that activity or respect that sport, or, you know, respect the activity, the art, whatever you want to call it, there's a best way that it can be done. And for strength training, for lifting weights, that absolutely includes taking rest days and just being respectful of that process. So if that resonates with you, I hope that's helpful, but that is how you can keep yourself from burning out. And that absolutely fits into my tip number 3 of be in it for the long haul, be in it for the long game. All right, tip number 4, find something you enjoy. So if you hate boot camp, stop doing boot camp 5 days a week. If you hate spinning, don't go to spinning. You know, you have to give things a try. You have to see, because you might like them. If you come to things at different points in your life, you might feel differently about them. You know, I taught cardio kickboxing for years. That's how I got started in fitness. And just from doing it so long, like, I just feel like I couldn't do it anymore. I wouldn't want to do it right now. Just like back then, if somebody put me into a restorative yoga class, I'd be like, I'm out of here. Now, you know, give me the restorative, give me the yin, give me the gentle. I love all that stuff right now. So know that at different, you know, points in your life, you're going to enjoy different things. And with all of these different, especially classes, the instructor makes such a huge difference. If you go to one yoga class and, you know, you don't click with that instructor or with that style, that doesn't mean you write off yoga. You try a different style, you try a different instructor. Same thing with all of these. A lot of the classes now, the instructors is, you know, choreographing and programming and planning the class. Their personality is coming through a lot. So you have to find somebody that you click with on all of those levels. You know, do you enjoy the type of workout? Do you enjoy what they're programming? Do you enjoy that instructor? So all those things are going to make a big difference. Just like with trainers, you know, if you go to one bad trainer, you don't write off personal training. Like, everybody is so different. And not only for that programming and the workout they're going to give you, but just how you click with them. So you've got to try different things, but, you know, if it's something that you hate, if you are dragging yourself to the gym and you hate it, it's not going to work. I guarantee you, 110%, it's not going to work if you hate it. You've got to find something you love. So if you like cycling, hiking, running outside, Zumba classes, TRX, I love TRX, bands, strength training, whatever it is that you love, that's the thing that you want to do. And there may be things like you don't love them, you know, like maybe eating kale. it's not our favorite thing, but we eat kale because it's good for us. So maybe, going to that stretch class, yeah, you'd rather be running a mile, but again, you don't want to burn yourself out. You respect the process, so you are using that as your active recovery day and you're stretching. So if you kind of change your mindset, that can help you as well to maybe do those things that you quote unquote should do. Just like with strength training, we know we have to strength train, strengthen our bones, improve our posture, strengthen the core so your back doesn't hurt, strengthen your hips so your knees don't hurt. So maybe if you tie into, why you're doing it, your mindset, that's going to help you to get more value and enjoy those classes, those sessions, those types of workouts even more. And you just have to understand that yoga is not a punishment. You are not punishing yourself for eating food. You're not working off the calories that you ate, nor are you eating to earn calories you're going to eat. It does not work that way. So this ties back in a little bit to number 3. Exercise, losing weight, they are not in relationship together. We eat because we eat, and we exercise because we exercise. Those are separate things. And just know that there is no one thing. So there's not this one perfect workout that's going to help you. There's just the workout that's right for you, right now, at this time in your life, on this day, for the way that you're feeling, to support your long-term goals and for what you want to accomplish right now, today. So allow yourself to try different things, mix it up, be open, and come back to things. If you didn't like them at one time, try them again, different time in your life. With a different instructor or trainer, and be open. So find something you enjoy. Exercise is not a punishment. Okay, so our 4 tips were: set yourself up for success, so whatever you need to do, commitment tools, hire your babysitter, whatever that is. Number 2, start small. So both with intensity and frequency. Just start yourself on something that you can maintain realistically. Walking and yoga are awesome to get into your routine to start with. Number 3, be in it for the long game. So, and a big part of that is separating weight loss from exercise. So really focus in on what the long-term benefits of exercise are for you, and keep that in your mind. And then 4, find something you enjoy. If you are dragging yourself to the gym, if you're punishing yourself with spinning classes, if you are, miserable through boot camp, it's not going to work for you. So try different things, find things that you like, and do that over and over again, every day, for the rest of your life. So if you have any questions about exercise, about creating habits, about how to make the exercise habit stick, post them here in the comments or send me an email anytime, alicia@aliciacrosstraining.com. And if you're convinced you want to exercise and you need that outer accountability, or you don't know what to do, you just want somebody to do the programming for you, just want to show up and somebody tell you what to do, then I want you to join me in my semi-private training sessions at the Meta Center. They are going on now. You can, again, post a comment here or send me an email, and we will get you signed up and started. And if you have a question you want me to cover in a video, post it here, and I will be back next week. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.